Rachel here from Crowley Quilts. Tonight I thought I would do a bit of a stash tour to show off a lot of the fabric that I have, just talk about it. People do sewing room tours and things like that, so I thought this would be a fun little alternative. Slash, I want to kind of go through the fabric I have for me to kind of think about what types of projects I really want to sew with it, or if I've already outlined a project for that particular fabric or fabrics. I kind of just want to, remind myself of what I want to do with it and hopefully sew through it this year. So let's go ahead and get started. I try to often buy, especially like designer fabric, I try to buy it discounted, when it's on super sale, remnants and things like that. So, you can cheaply and affordably buy good fabric. So I have some of this. This is Rifle Paper Company Menagerie, and I think you can see it has metallics throughout. It's really pretty. It has a nice turquoise blue to it, and I love like the gold metallics in it and everything like that. And I have another color wave of it. And I do have another little piece of it. I got the blue one first, and then the rest of it, I got one piece of this, and then the blue went on sale, and I decided I really want to make like a bag with it. And so then I ended up getting some black vinyl, or sorry, not black, brown vinyl, because I wanted to do some accents with it. And so basically that's been sitting in a bag together for like 2 years now, at least a year. I wanted to sew it last March because we were going to London. I really wanted to be able to make my own bag. And yeah, I even bought some hardware and everything to go with the pattern. I think I didn't actually own the pattern, and so at that point, I think it was like $18, and I just never really got around to purchasing it. So this year we're doing a budget, and so with the budget, I'll be able to budget in buying the pattern and the rest of the hardware I need for that project. So there's that. There's that collection. Just next up, I'm really just like kind of grabbing what I have. I brought kind of everything out of the closet and everything like that. I have a panel. It's a unicorn panel. Let's see. I don't know if you guys can read that. Let me read what it says to you. Life lessons you can learn from a unicorn. Dreams come true. You don't need wings to fly. There is magic inside of you. Always be yourself. It's okay to be different. Believe in magic. You will find it. You can glitter like a star. You are one of a kind. Anything is possible. So it's just kind of like a little motivational. It's really good for, young girls, preteens, maybe 13 years old, or even, little boys who are really into unicorns and need some motivation. So that was a really cute panel. I bought that probably a year ago, and I just wanted it to practice free motion quilting. So maybe I'll just slap on a border and baste it and then quilt it with some probably like variegated rainbow thread, because it is pretty. Oh, what's it called? It's Timeless Treasures Fabrics, and that's all it says. That's all the salvage says, so I don't know what particular name it is. So, moving on. And just so you know, I do have a kitty in my lap, because it's nighttime and he gets all crazy, so I just played with him. And then, like, he likes to sleep, he likes to sit in my lap, and get some snuggles and things like that. So yeah, okay. So next I have some Joann's fabrics. I've been quilting for about 6 years now. When I first got started, all I did was shop at Joann's because that's all I knew and that's all I could really afford because, yeah. It's really cute. It's like a blue and like a corally orange. And I have this to go with it. With this. Upside down, yeah. So that was like the first time I'd ever really bought several of a same line of fabric. I don't know if I ever had plans for it, any particular plans at least. Let's see. It just says exclusively for Joann's Quilter Showcase. So I don't know if it has a specific designer attached with it or not. Usually those are like mass produced fabrics. So I don't really have a plan for that. If I just want to keep it in my stash for quick projects, maybe just some pillowcases, or I don't know. I don't really have any plans for that. I don't know if I like it anymore. Do you ever have that with fabric where you bought it at first and you really enjoyed it, and then kind of time went by, it sat for too long, and then your tastes kind of change? So I don't know how I feel about that fabric. But then I have this really cute party fabric. Can you guys see it? So I have that like little birthday scene. And at first I had kind of put all of these with this as sort of like a possibility, but I don't know how much I like that anymore. I still like the like woodland creatures birthday party. I think that's really cute, but it's such a big print fabric that I don't know what kind of pattern I could do with it. Pillowcase. There's only so many pillowcases you can sew until you're like, I don't really want to sew anymore. So I'm not sure what I would do with that. Maybe a bag as a present for someone. That might be cute. Little zipper pouch of some sort. A drawstring bag for gifts. That would be cute. Like something like that, or this pattern. I love this pattern. This is awesome. Comes with 8 different sizes, and so that's a really good one for if you have big pattern fabric like this and you want to use it for a gift for someone. A drawstring bag is really nice because you could put a small gift in it, but plus the packaging itself is a gift in and of itself. So I definitely want to hold on to that. I really like that. I just don't have any particular plans for it at this moment. And so, the cat left. I'm just sitting on the floor because it's easier to get some of my fabric without having to shift everything around. So next I have a fat quarter, Christmas fat quarter that I bought at a quilt show maybe like 4 years ago at this point. I think it's vintage. And by vintage, I mean from like the 80s. And the color is definitely a little bit faded on it. So it's kind of hard to tell what the original background color was. I guess it was this kind of blushy pink. And I think maybe some of the metallics have bled through. And that's what's kind of created a discoloration a little bit. But I'm not sure. It's a fat quarter, so I'm like, looking back, I'm like, why did I buy it? I really, like, from here on out, I'm not buying any more fat quarters. I just feel like they're really limiting. There's not much you can do with it unless you have several of them, or like doing really small quilts, I guess. But I mean, I guess I could do a wall hanging of some sort. It'd be kind of fun to like fussy cut the little angels out and do maybe, I don't know, maybe like a nativity scene or something like that. That could be potentially pretty cute. A miniature Christmas stocking, or somehow include it in a table runner. So I do like that fabric. I was trying to see if it said vintage at all. It doesn't, so